Selective inventory control techniques. The topic we had started yesterday. Selective inventory control techniques are those techniques where we exercise control over the inventory based on various criteria. Like inventory meaning we had seen yesterday. Inventory could be raw materials, it could be work in progress, it could be finished goods, it could be component parts, spare parts, anything. So how do we exercise control over this inventory? There are two types of inventory control techniques, selective inventory control techniques and modern inventory control techniques. So first we are discussing selective inventory control. We had begun this topic yesterday. We had discussed also few topics in the earlier lecture. These are the different types of selective inventory control techniques and one by one we have to see. First one is ABC analysis. Here classification is done based on the usage value. Then HML, high, medium, low, based on unit price. VED, vital, essential, desirable, based on the criticality of the item. So till now, till here, this we had covered in the earlier lecture. Vital, essential, desirable. So here the classification is based on the criticality or the importance of the item. The item which is more important or the item which is very much critical or item without which the production cannot be started, those items will come under vital items and you need to exercise more control over these items. Desirable, that is the third one. Desirable items are those whose stock out or whose shortage will cause only a minor disruption. मतलब इसके बिना भी production will not be much affected. So much control is not required in desirable items. That is VED analysis. This much we had covered. Next is FSN analysis. Under FSN analysis, the FSN actually stands for fast moving, slow moving, non-moving items. Fast moving items, slow moving items and non-moving items. Like in an inventory or in a warehouse or in a company, there would be items which are frequently required or frequently moved out, which will not be much frequently moved out and which would be least frequently moved out. So what happens is that here this classification is based on the consumption of the item or issue from the stores. Fast moving items are those whose consumption is very high. Means the company keeps on requiring fast moving items. Slow moving items are those where the consumption is less, we can say low. And non-moving items are those which have not been consumed since the past 2 years. So FSN analysis helps to avoid investment in those items which are not required much. Like here in this case, we can say that we can avoid investment in non-moving or slow-moving items. And with the help of fast FSN analysis or fast moving, slow moving, non-moving analysis, we can easily understand which are those items which are actively required or which need to be reviewed regularly. So fast moving items are those things which should be every time available with the company. So the company should ensure that or they should exercise more control over fast moving items. That is what is mentioned here. High control over F item, that is fast moving item, moderate control over slow moving item and low or least control over non moving item. So fast moving items are those which are continuously required or where the consumption is very high, which is frequently required within the company. Slow moving items are not required much or the consumption is low. Non-moving items are those which are not consumed since the past 2 years. So we can avoid investment in these non-moving items. This is another type of selective inventory control. Then comes Golf analysis. It is also known as Golf analysis or GNGLF analysis. Here, Golf or we can say GNGLF, what it stands for? Golf stands for government, ordinary, local, foreign, or governmental, non-governmental, local, foreign. Both are same. Here the classification is based on the supplier or how we are procuring or from where we are procuring the goods. So G covers all the items procured from the government. In this category, the transactions will require more time because there will be government restrictions over here, more paperwork might be involved over here. So the lead time will be more. Lead time क्या होता है? Lead time is the time taken between when you place the order and when the goods get delivered to you. So when we are dealing with the government organization, the transactions might be taking longer lead time. Then comes O या NG. O means ordinary or non-governmental. So O or NG covers all the items from non-governmental or ordinary suppliers. This involves moderate delivery time. Then L group covers items brought from local suppliers which has minimum lead time because these are locally and easily available. F group contains items from foreign suppliers which we might be importing from any foreign country. So what happens here? See how we have to exercise control over here. We have to exercise high control over government item because the lead time is more. That means when we are placing the order with this any government organization or any government supplier, we should keep that bracket. We should ensure more control, exercise more control over here because the lead time, even if we place an order, it is not necessary that we will get the product on time because the lead time could be more. So that stocking of that items should be carefully done. Ordinary or non-governmental, the lead time is moderate. We need to exercise control but not much control. For local items, we can exercise low control because it is from the local suppliers which has minimum lead time and which could be easily available, easily procured. After that comes foreign. Since we have to get it from the foreign suppliers, definitely that also involves or that also requires high control because when we are importing also it will take more time. So we cannot actually, for example, we need some goods for the month of August, and we have some goods with us. Which for I'm talking about foreign suppliers, okay? And the next lot will be coming only by October or November. So we should not carelessly think about we have inventory. The whatever inventory we are having, high control we should exercise over foreign items because it cannot be frequently arranged or it could not be fastly arranged. So this is about goal of analysis, government, ordinary, yeah, non-government, local, foreign. Then comes SDE analysis. SDE stands for scarce, difficult, easy. Here the classification is done based on the availability of the items. Scarce items are those which are not easily available. Scarce means rarely available होता है, बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है वो चीज अरेंज करने के लिए. Difficult items may be easily available but still difficult to procure. Medium difficulty we can say. Easy items are those which are easily available in the market or readily available in the market. So in this case, we have to exercise more control over scarce items because that is not readily or easily available. And moderate control over difficult items, low control over easy items because it is easily available. Even if we place an order immediately, we will be getting those items from the supplier, easy items. So that we need not take much tension or we need not worry much about those type of inventory. But when we scarce inventory, when we know that this particular item is something which is scarce or something which is rarely available, then we will have to exercise more control over such inventory. So that is SDE analysis based on the availability of the items. After that comes SOS. seasonal, off-seasonal. We know that many items are there which are available only during particular season, and there are items which are available throughout the year. So here how the classification will be done. Here how can we do the exercise the control. Here you can see that SOS analysis, this is based on the seasonality of the items. Seasonal items are that are available, which are or we can say which will not be available throughout, which are available only for a limited period. Then there are seasonal items but which are available for throughout the period. Then there are non-seasonal items which are available every time. So what, just see over here once again. Here normally we classify based on seasonality. Seasonal items are those first category which are available only for a limited period. Like for example, agricultural product like mango. Mangoes are available for a limited period only. Then there are seasonal items but which could be available throughout the year. Again, agricultural products like rice, wheat, etc. That is also seasonal only. Entire year we cannot harvest rice and wheat, such crops. That is also seasonal only, but that is available throughout the year. Then there is non-seasonal items which are every time which is available. So here how do we exercise the control? Here we exercise high control over seasonal and limited items. Then moderate control over seasonal items but which are available throughout the year. And for non-seasonal items are those which are available every time. So we need not worry about stacking, or we need not worry about the inventory of such products. Okay. So SOS analysis, 3 points you have to remember. It is based on the seasonality of the product or seasonality of the item. Some items are there which are available during season only, during particular season only, but that is for a limited period only. At the same time, there are some items which are also available during particular season, but it is seasonal only, but that items are available throughout the year. Then non-seasonal items which are available always. Good example itself is about mangoes. In the first case, mangoes are seasonal items that is not available throughout the year. It is a seasonal product. It is a seasonal fruit, and that is available also only for a limited period. Raw mango. Of course, we will get the other products we will get like jam, squash, those things and all we will get. But raw mango as a product is a seasonal item which are available only for a limited period. Second one, take seasonal hair but available throughout the year. Wheat, rice, such food crops. We will not harvest this wheat and rice and all throughout the year. There are particular seasons for this. But it is seasonal, but it is still available throughout the year. Anytime we will get that product in the market. Then non-seasonal items which don't have any issue at all, which have completely we can order anytime, which are readily available throughout the entire year. So more effort should be made, or more control should be done in the case of seasonal but limited. Moderate control over seasonal but available throughout. And lower control or least control we can exercise over non-seasonal or off-seasonal भी बोलते हैं, off-seasonal items. Then comes XYZ analysis. XYZ analysis is similar to the ABC analysis. ABC analysis we have seen. The ABC analysis is done based on the usage value, that is consumption per unit, consumption into price per unit. Here also, here how it is done, it is based on the value of stock in hand or inventory in hand, or we can say simply the investment in the inventory. And very simple to understand. Items whose inventory values are very high or high, that will come under X category. Y items have moderate inventory value. Z items have low inventory value, where low inventory value means less control. So Z items less control. Moderate means moderate control, that is Y item. High inventory value means the investment in such products are high. The company might have invested a huge amount in such products. So here we should exercise more control over X item. This much is about this selective inventory control techniques. One by one, once more we'll give a quick review over here. You can see selective inventory control techniques starts with ABC analysis. It is also known, it is based on what? It is based on Pareto's law. We had seen yesterday, Pareto's law. Pareto's law mean vital few versus trivial many. And it is criteria used as usage value. HML analysis, here the criteria is unit price. If the amount is high, the unit price is high, that will come under high category. If the unit price is less, that will come under low category. VED, the criteria is based on the criticality or the importance of the item. Vital, essential, desirable. We have to exercise more control over vital items and low control over desirable items. Then SDE, scarce, difficult, easy. This is based on the procurement difficulties or based on the, we can say, how much difficult it is to purchase them. So scarce items, we have to exercise more control. Easy items, we can exercise less control. Gold, that criteria is based on the supplier or the source of procurement. Government, non-governmental, ordinary, local, foreign. So we need to exercise more control over government and foreign, medium control over ordinary or local, like that. Local to an extent we can say less, low control also will do because that is the goods are locally available. Then SOS, seasonal, off seasonal, 3 category. It is based on the criteria used is the seasonality. Seasonal but limited, more importance. Seasonal but available throughout the year, moderate importance. Off seasonal, low importance or low control. Then FSN, fast moving, slow moving, non-moving. This is basically how it is issued from the store or how it is being consumed by the firm, how much it is being used up. Fast moving items are regularly required, frequently required. So we need to exercise more control. We should ensure that these items are always available in the inventory, available in the stock. Slow moving, less control or moderate control. Non-moving items are those which has not been used over the past 2 years and it is not required. The company need not invest much more in non-moving items because it is not at all used much. Then XYZ analysis, it is based on the investment in the inventory, more control over the X item, moderate control over Y item, and low control over Z item. This is about the selective inventory control techniques.